Okay, the microphone's working. Hey, shout out to everybody on this lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. This is a special edition of Ant's Afternoon Rant, and we gonna rant about a bunch of the messy shit going on. But y'all see the banner scrolling at the bottom, or if you're watching the vertical stream, you see it scrolling at the top. Feel free to hit the Cash App, smash the like button, share the stream. Also, share that brand new membership link that we have. It's better late than never. Okay, better late than never, but we finally do have memberships available at Auntie's The Boiler Room. So we are able to officially separate both of those channels, both brands, from the home of the official YT Purge. All right. Right now, you see 4 custom emojis. We should be able to unlock some more. And I want to give a shout out to our 2 brand new members, that being Stacy, you know what I'm saying, top moderator in the building, as well as Bronze, most hated flat power god. Always a supporter, man. We appreciate that. I also see James Keels in the building, as well as Young Riaz. The membership link is pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Okay, and of course, it should be on the home page too. So y'all feel free to click on that, because we got memberships now. We got memberships now. So we're officially fully monetized. So I appreciate that. So we'll be doing a lot more things here. You know what I'm saying? It was a 2-for-1 deal on both channels as far as the membership link went before, but now, hey, we're gonna have exclusive content right here, because we're gonna be talking about marketing. We're gonna be talking about all types of stuff. I did see some of the comments. We did preempt last week's Sunday Coffee and Chill show, and I appreciate the suggestions that were left on that community tab post. So there were a few suggestions that were given as far as some topics that we need to talk about, and we will be talking about those in the days and the weeks to come to finish out this year, because this is the 4th quarter and we will be finishing it off with a bang. But while we're ranting, we're going to talk about some other stuff that we had going on, and I will continuously be reminding everybody we got to get those memberships up, so that way I can give everybody the custom emojis that they deserve, all of those cool things. Okay, all of those cool things. But we're going to be ranting, because one of the things that I know we're going to have to talk about tomorrow on our Sunday Coffee and Chill show, it's not quite scheduled yet. It will be, of course, before the night is out, but make sure that you guys smash the notification bell so that way you don't miss it tomorrow morning. We will be talking about the war going on. I don't know if it's a war or it's just a little sparring or whatever the case may be between the Untouchables and just Pasty Fangs, also known as just Pearly Things, big burly Undertaker looking bitch that decided to go ahead and race bait. So that's the first thing that we're going to talk about. And before we do, I want to give a shout out to No Captivity Freezy. Okay, if you guys were watching Freezy's show last night, Freezy had a special guest on, that being the one and only Mamiya Obsidian Ali. Okay, if you guys are not familiar with Obsidian's content, I'll give you guys just slight backstory on Obsidian, but you should really know. He is one of the founding members of the Black Manosphere. O'Shea Duke Jackson, as well as the Angry Man and BGS, pretty much, started the whole Black Manosphere, algorithm, which was, something that broke off, from, the original Manosphere. And that's something that I don't know if we're going to do any type of fair use review, but we may. And this is going to segue into the just Pasty Fangs thing. And what up, Lurker? I see you, Lurk. What's going on? Shout out to Lurk. Lurk, we got memberships at the Boiler Room now. So, you know what I'm saying? Custom emojis, all that cool shit. You know what I'm saying? We doing all of that. But we appreciate you coming through, Lurk. Appreciate you. But we're going to be talking about that, because one thing kind of segues into another. And we talked about this the other night on the stream, why just Pasty Fangs feels as though she can just come and just speak on a bunch of shit that she doesn't know about. Shout out to Jessica X, him coming through and kind of explaining it. And she said it best, as well as Beachy and Brownie Ellie and Big J Triple X also came up here. And pretty much this chick is able to just come up here and talk the shit that she talks. And shout out to Trinity Time Travels. I see Trinity Time Travels in the building too. Shout out to Trinity Time Travel. What up, what up, what up? Now, the reason why this pasty face chick with the fangs and I don't know what the fuck, the Lysol in her hair and shit, you know what I'm saying, feels like she can just say the shit that she says, mainly because she's allowed to do it. She's allowed to do it. Now, the Untouchables got a little taste of that because it's not always about content. Sometimes you can open up your doors, you can be extremely welcoming to people, but they don't give a fuck about your platform. People do believe that there's some kind of subscriber supremacy shit, that goes on. Hold on, let me drop this overlay because I am on camera today. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so you try to moderate your show, keep everything fair and consistent. I was able to look at a lot of those things that were said, on the show, and it looked like, Fatty Ali were trying to call things down the middle, while these women were debating. Now, there's a question as far as whether or not there was a little bit of bait and switch as far as the guests were concerned. I don't know. We'll actually review that later on. Check that out. But there are folks that believe that subscriber supremacy thing is a real thing. So this woman believes that because she's got like 1 million plus subs and she's able to regurgitate a bunch of stolen talking points and shit, that she's able to just say whatever the hell she wants. And this is one of the reasons why I brought up Obsidian's presence. Because that was one of the things that nobody really asked him about last night while he was on that show. All right. I was able to break down a few clips. She said a bunch of different things about Black women in general. Now, I can remember. Now, if anybody has the clips from when this woman was on Obsidian show, I think it was about 2 years ago, and she called herself running the gauntlet. She was going at it with Sister George. She was going at it with a bunch of dudes. She was going at it with Sexy Red. Well, actually, she really wasn't. Sexy Red stood the fuck down and shit. Whatever. But she was going at it with a few different people, and what she was saying was her content is kind of like anti-feminist. It's not anti-Black woman because she's not really in a place to say that. And she said some other shit talking about slavery wasn't that bad when she was talking to Nick Quintez, and Jason Black put her on blast, and Six Goddess put her on blast, and everybody put her ass on blast. All right. And then she was on her show, did a couple of videos crying about possibly being canceled for her race baiting tactics. Now, I want everybody to know, to understand, this is what happens when folks be so welcoming, when folks are extremely welcoming and forgiving when these people just say shit. They'll give you the most insincere apology and then go right back to and keep on doing the same shit that they've been doing. Because this is something that woman was called out about multiple times, not just by Jason Black, not just by Six the Goddess, not just by Sister George and some other people, but called out by a lot of folks in this space, that she was talking a lot of shit that she didn't fucking know about. And yes, she has specific viewpoints that weren't just anti-feminist, but really like anti-Black community. And this whole trolling thing that people think this shit be funny. Oh, well, it's just funny and it's just a joke. Nah, man, Everything is not a joke. Everything is not entertaining. Everything is not for the sake of entertainment. What up, Candy Cane? And shout out to Candy Cane. I'm going to get back to that because I'm just ranting right now. Shout out to Candy Cane. I did see your comment, and I apologize. I got a little bit late to it on that community tab post. If you could please, any source material that you have for that topic that you suggested, I am going to do some research on that, and I'd like to, talk about it. So please feel free to send me those links. You can send them to me on IG. You can even send them to me by email if you want to, and I'll be more than happy to get on that. Yeah, we finally do have memberships here at Auntie's The Boiler Room, so feel free to get it. I will also be gifting a few of those. I appreciate those that purchased the membership since we've been live right now. Well, I think we probably unlocked another couple of emojis or something. So we're trying to unlock as many emojis as we can. So please, everybody, make sure that you guys click that membership link. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to have a lot more exclusive content. The Purge channel does have its memberships. Those are not going anywhere. But now Auntie's The Boiler Room, which this is my channel, we're going to talk about an array of different things, not just mess going on in a bunch of different sectors of space, but we're going to be talking about politics. We're going to be talking about marketing. We're going to be talking about the mess going on in a lot of these fucking spaces. We're going to be talking about relationship topics, all types of shit. It gets hot in here. It's the Boiler Room. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. But please make sure that you send me those links so that way I can check out that topic and we can have that conversation. And shout out to you. I was checking out your replay last night. I caught bits and pieces. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but I did catch your replay, and well done. Keep doing your thing, Candy Gang. But no, to get back to this whole pearly things thing, this whole pearly things thing, because it seems like now a lot of people have this selective outrage when this bitch decides to come up and say things like, oh, well, a majority of the crackheads in America are black. And it's just something that you see because you see it on TV, you see it in the neighborhoods, and I'm qualified to speak on the black community because I lived in a predominantly black community for like 2 years or some shit. And I got like my Africans that work for me. And when I was growing up, I had some people of color that were employed by my parents, so I'm able to just say shit. Like, there's a reason why these people think that it's okay to just say this shit. And I want to give a shout out to somebody who we haven't really seen in the space in a while, and hopefully he'll make his way back. That'd be David Johnson, the asshole, because whether you like him or you don't, he could have been a little direct with his talking points and his topics and shit, but he was in agreement with me as far as how to handle this shit. Because you also had other people in some of the other, the raccoon sectors and shit that decided to, call folks the N-word with the hard ER, call them slaves and shit. Call folks monkeys, come up on panels and say shit, and then they're just welcome back. And people just hit the pan. Well, I would love to debate this person. Man, fuck that motherfucker. No, there is no debating. When these people want to come into your space with blatant disrespect, what you do is, of course, you're supposed to demand respect. Like, you're supposed to demand and command respect. But at the same time, if they don't want to give you that respect that you demand in your space, you kick them in their ass and you send them on their fucking way. And it really doesn't matter how many subscribers they got. I know there's supposed to be a game about clicks and views and likes and shares and follows and all of that other shit. But remember, your reputation is what you fall for. Your character is what you stand for. So when people be talking about standing on business and all of that other shit, nah. That's bad business. Now understand, I saw even when, this pasty fangs bitch decides to go on either Anton Daniels' channel or she decides to yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a second, Brownie. What up, Misha? I see you, Misha. Shout out to Misha Mac. in the building too. But yeah, notice when this chick was on a Obsidian show, she made sure that she was on her absolute best fucking behavior. She made sure she didn't step too far out of line. She didn't get disrespectful. Even though you could tell that she was just a ditz and she was out in fucking Lala, up in fucking just Dixie blonde, yeah, throwing my hair land and shit. You know? She still made sure that she didn't cross a line to disrespect. Definitely not on the same level in which she did with both Ali, with Fatty as well, and with that chick Jazz that she was talking to. Now, people need to ask themselves why the fuck that is. Because y'all got to keep in mind, after this chick was pretty much just like, just broken, right? Just like broken. And it started with the Jason Black stream. I know you know Trinity because you was in that chat. I think everybody was pretty much watching that when Jason Black broke that shit down. This chick was this close. I mean, hey, this close to being canceled. And I want to remind everybody, we do have memberships. What up, the cynical one? We got memberships available at Auntie's The Boiler Room. We're streaming live exclusively at Auntie's The Boiler Room on this lovely Saturday afternoon. So y'all make sure, if you're able, cop the membership. I will be gifting some, maybe during this show, but definitely tomorrow I will be gifting some memberships because they give me 10 of them that I got to gift before the month is out. So we will be gifting some memberships too. Okay. So if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you're a little short, you don't want to count, that's cool, but make sure that you are able to receive gifted memberships because you'll likely get some, at least from me or from somebody else that may want to come in here and give memberships. So you guys make sure we do that. We do have goals. We want to get to them. And we are trying to unlock as many custom emojis as we can. We got the coffee thermos, you know what I'm saying? We got the boiler room danger sign. Of course, we got penny bags with that bag of money, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know what's up, Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, you always be closing, and coffee is for closer. And pass go collect $200. Y'all know how to go. Okay, but notice, this woman was on her absolute best behavior. She made sure, even when Anton Daniel saved her about them damn contracts that she had and gave her a consult on live stream about the flaws in the contracts that she was given to other YouTubers. She was on her best behavior. She made sure she did not overtalk him. She made sure that she took any and all advice. She was extremely respectful. And then, not even 24 months later, here she is saying that, oh, well, black women deal with the majority of black women just deal with criminals. And this is the problem with the black community. Like, she really does believe that she is your white Jesus, your white savior, and she has the right to just tell the black community what's wrong with it. Now, this is one of the reasons why I tried not to really have race-specific or even gender-specific topics, on my show, is because I like to have a show that everybody can take part in. Everybody. Regardless of what your race is. For the most part, even like lately, I try to even make sure, like, regardless of what your sexual orientation is. No matter what your stance is, on things, you can at least engage in the conversation or you can enjoy the content. And I try not to really do the whole black versus white thing. I try not to do the FBA versus tether thing. I try not to really do that shit because those topics are divisive in themselves. And for the most part, if I do have a reputation for anything other than just mess and going to fuck off on somebody and turning my microphone to fuck up on them, I at least have a reputation for bringing everyone together. I try to, keep up with that. Try to keep up with that. No matter what. But it's easy for people to fall prey to this shit because the division is kind of what brings the clicks and the views. And I get that. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Now, I would like to know why nobody felt the need to even ask Obsidian, what the fuck do you think about this just pearly things chick? Now, all of a sudden, thinking it's okay to not just speak on black women and their issues when it comes to men and who the fuck they choose, but the entire black community as a whole, and speak out of her ass when it comes to it. Because even Mamiya Obsidian Ali, who just started coming on camera, not too long ago for his live streams and everything, he's like, hey man, we wearing suits, what I'm saying? We got our equipment, we got all of this shit. Now, like DJ Kuda didn't tell you to do that shit years ago, but whatever, that's another topic for a different day. That's another topic for a different day. You're doing all that now. You'd like to present yourself as an upstanding member of the black community, one of the upstanding black men. But she had no problem coming on Fatty and Ali's show and just saying that, hey, 60% of y'all then did some time, then went to jail, then been arrested by the time you was 25. Bunch of y'all motherfuckers is criminals. You women like nothing but the criminal element. This is a woman that's just able to just say this shit. But nobody calls her out about the college or what was it, a high school or a college volleyball coach that she decided to hit with all types of Me Too allegations and get no repercussions for it. This isn't even Pearlygate 2.0. This looks like, all right, so from the research that I've done, and I'm in the process of clipping shit now, right? What up, New? I'm in the process of clipping shit now, Cynical One. Right? We definitely in the process of clipping stuff. But all this is what we said it was 2 years ago. This was an entitled pasty fangs bitch that really don't think that she did anything wrong. This is literally, when you talk about just pearly things, and I think Fatty and Ali are realizing that there was a show done with Mr. Fantastic last night where he was kind of speaking on that a little bit, and I think Fantastic even knows, but I have to look at that replay. But this woman is the picture of hypocrisy. Like, this is the world that we live in on the internet. You have people that stalk people, and then they call people stalkers. You have people that are literally the villains that stay crying victim on this motherfucker every day. And for the most part, you have people that are staunch feminists that call themselves anti-feminists. That is this bitch just Pearly. And I told y'all, there's a reason why the mainstream manosphere does not fuck with that woman. Like, there's a reason why. And for all of y'all dudes to be like, oh, but I mean, what she said though, was it wrong? I don't give a fuck if what she said was right or wrong. That bitch ain't got no right saying it because she don't know shit. That's it. And she damn sure I have a right saying that shit to you, me, or anybody else in a space full of black folks. Because at the end of the day, y'all got to remember, y'all are the ones that resurrected this bitch. She was on life support, yo. For all y'all new folks that wasn't around for that, which is very few of y'all, so I don't even want to go there. Because a lot of people want to say, oh, it's the Fight Club sector, they brand new. Nah, they was around for that shit. They saw it. They saw it too. It wasn't even that long ago. So we can't even call them the new ones no more. They saw it. This bitch was on life support. That's why she chose to go on that damn apology tour and crying her little pasty fucking eyes out. And do streams with Anton Daniels and show up on Obsidian and praise the late Kevin Samuels and all of that other shit. There was a reason why she did that, because those was the only people that was going to be able to resurrect her, that was going to be able to revive her ass. I can't argue with you on that, Trinity. I cannot argue with you one bit. You are 100% correct on that. That's the fucking problem. That's the problem. And that's why a lot of them niggas look bad. No, what she does is she goes on her show and she talks shit about Karens. But when you dig into her fucking history and even look at a good percentage of her content, even if you just want to look at the last week worth of content, you see that this woman is a fucking Karen. She said that she was disrespected on Fatty and Ali's show, when in actuality, she was treated fairly. She was treated no different than the other women that go on that show are treated. Now, whether y'all believe she was treated well or not good or whatever, hey, man, y'all take it up with the host of the show. I personally don't give a fuck. But she wasn't treated any fucking differently. But that's some Karen shit. When you feel like being treated fairly is considered abuse and disrespect, because you believe that you should be treated special. Because you're you. And that's a fact. You know? Like, we can have our gender war debates. We can have our bickering and beefing with political talking points and all of this other shit. Whatever. But I don't give a damn. You don't let nobody come up and just race bait your motherfucking show, man. Especially when that's not the topic of conversation. But just like Trinity just said in the chat, this woman was pretty much dead to rights. I'm talking about straight up in hospice. Done. About, because she had already been canceled with them white boys over in the mainstream manosphere had already been canceled. Nobody trying to hear shit that woman had to say. Nothing. Because they already knew what was up. This chick wasn't championing no talking points. She wasn't co-signing talking points. She just stole them shits and decided to come up with a grip. Because when originally, if I'm not mistaken, she was trying to do content chasing hip-hop artists, clout chasing hip-hop artists in the algorithm. And that shit wasn't really working too well. She was like, okay, well, I'll just be a white girl that talks about hip-hop music, and maybe that'll give me some views and some followers and some subs. We'll do that. No, that shit didn't work. Try again. So she decided to spew a bunch of shit that she didn't know about. And y'all know we are on the internet. We are on the internet. And we are on social media where intelligence is scrutinized and stupidity is monetized. So that's how you grow. Just say some stupid shit. Just say some stupid shit and you will get a lot more views than if you were to just come up and say some factual shit. You will get more views, you will get more clout, you will get more money for that. Like, we already know that shit. Shout out to Nicer. We got new members in the building. Appreciate that, everybody. We do have memberships officially at Auntie's The Boiler Room, so y'all make sure y'all hit that join button. You know what I'm saying? Membership link is definitely available. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You can click the join button. It's pinned on top of the chat. And moderators, most of y'all have wrenches. If you don't, I'll make sure I wrench a bunch of y'all up. Better late than never. We got them now. Make sure y'all click the membership. Appreciate that. Okay. But this chick had the nerve in the wake of that shit after her interview with Nick Fuentes, saying that slavery wasn't that bad and the only reference that she had for it was the movie Roots. Some fucking satire. A movie. The only reference she had. In the wake of that, she was crying about possibly being canceled, being called the racist. Oh, but I'm not. And I don't know why they're labeling me with this. I just had an opinion, and I don't know. And you guys are taking it out of proportion. Boo fucking who? Yeah. And here go these niggas that want to come up and say, y'all are being a little harsh on her. I mean, she just had an opinion, and it was just a movie, and I guess it really wasn't all that bad. Like, no, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Because here's what the fuck she does. She's going to come on to your shows as if she's doing you some kind of favor, when in actuality, you're doing her the favor. You're doing her the favor. She's going to come up like she's doing you the favor by coming up onto your show, showing you blatant disrespect, as well as your guests and your entire demographic. Total disrespect. And then laughing about that shit in your face. In your face. And then going right back to her channel. When you check her on it, saying, well, I don't know who they think they are to lecture me. I'm special. I'm the one and only, just pasty things. Look at me. You know? I'm built like a 6'2" sack of fucking potatoes. I can say whatever the fuck I want. You know? I'm a special type of bitch. I come out in the motherfucking sun. I just burn, peel, might even fucking melt. You know? I don't know who they are to talk to me. I'm special. Fuck out of here, man. So, to go back to what I saw on Obsidian's last night, that was a pretty funny ass exchange with him and Q Butter. I'll probably talk about that in a little bit too. But at the same time, I didn't really hear anybody have much pushback for that. Like, do you understand the type of monster that you helped to create? And that woman even said that she would love to debate these people, that being black folks in these spaces. She would like to debate them people every single week. I would love to see if she would be willing to debate either somebody like me or even, I know Six the Goddess roasting fuck out of that bitch, or Jason Black or anybody else, or even a Trinity Time Travels, for example. Or anybody that's capable of stepping out of the realm of relationships and all of that other shit. You know, I personally don't think the chick can hang. I know she can't. Same with you, Big J. She's not willing to do it. But at the same time, is this person even worth debating? She wouldn't do it. If she know what's good for her, I personally don't even think she's worth debating. That's just my take on it. Because she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. You know? And as far as her fans and her supporters, you keep in mind, unfortunately, and I hate to say it in this space, but it's kind of the way it is. They believe that this chick is like their secret weapon in getting at the big bad black woman. And I'm like, no, if that's your secret weapon, y'all niggas have already fucking lost. You niggas need to hold your own goddamn nuts. Real shit. Bringing up somebody that has no clue what the fuck they're talking about and is extremely undesirable to any demographic of men. Ain't no Asian men that want that bitch. Ain't no damn black men that want that bitch. I mean, if you niggas do, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no white men that want that bitch. They don't even want that bitch around, bro. Ain't no Hispanic men that want that bitch, you know? And Beach was up here the other night, and she made a good point. Women don't even want this bitch, man, and they think she might have an affinity for muff pie. Yeah, like yeah, you know what I'm saying? She might be diving. You might want to dive in a little muff, you know. Women don't even want their bitch. They're like, man, fuck out of here, bro. Ew. You know, ew. Just saying, man. See, But this is one of the arguments and the talking points, because it was like, look, she was anti-feminist. It wasn't supposed to be just a thing against black women. It was supposed to be a thing against feminism, womanism, whatever. No, you heard what it was she had to say last week when she was on Fatty and Ali's show. Was, nah, man, she had shit specifically to say about black women and black people in general. She wanted to debate about quote unquote black fatigue. She feels as though she's being tone policed. Her words, not mine. No, bitch. Nobody is tone policing you. They just refuse to allow you to talk out of your fucking ass and be disrespectful to anybody when you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. That's it. That's all. No clue. And we could prove it to you. And, you know, that Jazz Noel chick, I usually don't really agree with much of what she says, because she says a lot of like off the wall shit. But at the same time, she had a good point when she said, look, I don't think this woman really knows what the fuck she's talking about. She was right on the money with that. This woman has no clue what the hell she's talking about. And shout out to Jessica X, who came up here and said that too the other night. Like, so the first thing that you have to say when referencing the black community, you gonna bring up crackheads and say, yeah, well, I know there are white crackheads, but I mean, come on, you know, let's look at the majority. You know, the majority, you just see it. Like, really? The fucking nerve, man. The nerve. And it's untrue. As I stated before, I'm not going to bring up the statistics because you really don't have to. But there's an entire opioid epidemic. The rehab clinics and rehab centers are full of the motherfuckers. You talking about folks that be on damn fent, you know what I'm saying, meth, all right, H, crack, powder, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's overwhelmingly a specific demographic, and that would be Caucasians. No, not to Caucasians. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. If you're not on crack, if you're not on fentanyl, you're not on meth, you're not on fucking H. Hey, man, don't apply. Let it fly. Has nothing to do with you. But to say that it's the majority of black folks, why? Because that's what you see on TV. That's what you see in the movies. That's what you heard about growing up. No? Like, when people have no clue what the fuck they're talking about, like, I would like to know when this space turned into the type of space in which people can just talk out of their ass, be totally wrong, and nobody corrects them for shit. Makes you wonder. So, look, I try not to really get into all of the gender war topics and all of that other shit. You know, just like Cynical One said, as long as it SBEs, you know what I'm saying, the big bad black woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying, these dudes are supported. I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all won that battle by default. If y'all engage in that shit, if y'all ladies engage in that, and these niggas are your opponents in that gender war, y'all just won. Y'all won. It's almost like you showed up to a fucking gunfight with a loaded AK-47, M16, flamethrowers, and you got snipers in fucking position, and these motherfuckers just pulled the switch off the tree trying to fucking fight you. The fuck out of here. You're probably gonna win because you're more equipped. These motherfuckers, and not even because you're more equipped, but because they're just less equipped, and that's their tool. They lost. They lost. These niggas look stupid. Just stupid. Stupid. To bring a woman and let her speak on your behalf, champion her fucking talking points, when this bitch really does believe that not only are you beneath her, but you should literally be her fucking property. Speak on your behalf, and you motherfuckers are like, but is she wrong? I mean, she's making good point. The fuck out of here. And these are the same niggas that want to come up talking about, yo, we need to reclaim our place as leaders in the community. Not in my community, y'all niggas ain't no motherfucking leaders. Fuck up out of here. It's niggas like y'all that got motherfuckers sold in the fucking slavery and bondage. Real shit. Niggas like y'all that believe their fucking master did you a favor by feeding you the intestines of pigs while the fuck they was in the big house eating motherfucking ribs and bacon and shit. The nerve, man. And I get it. If the mission is to be giving these women that smoke, a pasty fangs bitch is not a tool. A pasty fangs bitch is the fucking first target. That's why you niggas look stupid. That's your first target. What's up, Creative Solution? And trust me, I can go down the list with how all of your talking points are all contradicted. When you co-sign this fucking broad, even when y'all want to say that the big bad black woman fell for feminism, which was a white woman's ploy and plot. Okay, cool, whatever. So your remedy is to fall for it too, and fall for it now in 2025? You niggas look stupid. This woman literally has multiple issues with white men. They don't fuck with her. Never have. Never will. Like, and this is long before she came on the internet in real life. They don't fuck with her. she decides to come and help to perpetuate bullshit between black men and black women and call herself an anti-feminist, and you motherfuckers are going to fall for that shit? I mean, if anything, man, just say it's for the clicks and the views. Shout out to Creative Solutions, man. I got members, man. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we got the membership tab available. Shout out to Creative Solutions 7.0. Yo, new members in the building. I know I got some kind of video. Yo, some kind of video. Yeah, something.
Witness the sea walk of the incredible. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. 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 I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster.
Yeah. So I want to know, like, how much sense does this make, and how can these niggas actually make sense of this shit? Because I'm like, yo, if the goal is to give these women that work, how do you leave this pearly bitch exempt from that smoke? Like, she ain't supposed to just get it too. She's supposed to get it first, because she's your primary issue. Even if y'all want to talk, oh, black men was kicked out of the household and all of this other shit, and you know, affirmative action and all of this other shit. This is your number one beneficiary of all of this shit that you complaining about. That's why she's able to come up and use terms like my Africans and shit. And to be honest, I know a lot of these folks just be up here trolling, and they doing shit for content strategy and everything else. And it's cool, man. If that's how you make your money, I ain't mad at you, man. Go ahead, get your bread, make your money, you'll make your dough. It's cool. Go right on ahead, do so, right? You drop this membership too, you know? But go ahead, make it. You know, I'm not trying to fuck up nobody's money, because I don't want nobody fucking up mine. You know? But at the end of the day, don't bullshit like you don't see this shit, man. Because I'm going to be real, man. If you telling me, if you can honestly come up here and tell me that you don't see how this bitch is a problem, a bigger problem than any of the fucking big bad B2 or BT 1000 black women that you motherfuckers have been crying about for the last damn 15 fucking years on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you can tell me that she's not a bigger problem than all of them, I'm going to tell you that you are a fucking idiot, or you are a liar. Yeah. Or you are just a liar. Shout out to Big J. What up, Big J?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I all I'm gonna say is I want that smoke. I want that smoke. I mean, I'm getting really tired of some of these Johnny come lately niggas allowing her and Obsidian to get away with. I saw some of that what happened on that other channel. Because everybody been trying to tell me, did you see it? And I see these same niggas that's on that panel, these Johnny come latelys. Y'all could have, if somebody was here, they could have dragged Obsidian straight to hell. There's so much shit on Obsidian. Obsidian wouldn't even be comfortable. He wouldn't be sitting there like though he's on, except for that time when old boy talked about that whole queer eye for the straight guy shit with Kevin Samuels. Other than that, I don't see anybody else, going at Obsidian. He was too damn comfortable, and I'm blaming those niggas on that panel. The ones that's been propped up in this space. Where are his original opponents at? The people who fought Obsidian years ago. Those are ones that should have been on that panel, because they would have ended Obsidian's career right then and there.
Well, look, I mean, okay, so I know a few people in the chat mentioned to me, they're like, "Oh, Ant, why don't you go up?" I'm like, "Man, I'm fucking done debating Obsidian." Deep down, I got respect for what Obsidian kind of, built for itself, created in the space. You know what I'm saying, as far as content and all that shit's concerned. But motherfuckers, we done all debated Obsidian, bro. At some point, you hear, bro?
Yeah, but I want Obsidian to be punished for that Just Pearly shit. I want him to be.
That would have been my question, because that would have been the only question. I'm like, look, man, your pearly queen, your frozen princess is back spewing bullshit, and this time she's standing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What you got to say? What you got to say about that?
Yeah, that's how I would have went on about it. Explain. You keep talking about black women doing this, black women doing this, but what about that coach? What about those two other black men she had destroyed? So stop talking about Keisha when this white bitch sit there and did all this whole shit too. And that's why I keep on saying, when it comes to this gender war thing, it's kind of remind me of the old Looney Tunes, when you have the wolf, the sheepdog and the wolf, right? They're punching the clock at the same place, and that's how I view it. Because if these people are such a problem, right? Why keep giving them shine? Why act like they are the problem, but then though you over here in the background cut and check with them? That's how I see it. So,
and don't get me wrong. All right, so I believe she believes that when she was this close to being canceled. This is just my opinion on it. When she was this close to being canceled 2 years ago, right? It was about 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
She believes that she did a bunch of black people a favor by allowing us to just tag her in videos. And then when she went on that little tour, that little apology tour for what she said, I think she believes that she was doing motherfuckers a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody kind of ate off that bitch. I'm like, that's what the fuck is supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to eat off that bitch because that whole food. She food.
Right.
You grow a million sub platform, and then you speak out of your ass and you say some stupid shit like slavery wasn't that bad, which you're in no position to say no shit like that. People
Right.
supposed to eat. They're supposed to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you remember, man, hey, she was apologizing. Oh, they want to cancel me. That bitch was damn near in tears, wasn't she? If she wasn't in tears,
Well, I mean, she wasn't in tears, but but she was backed into a corner, and and when she was back to that corner, she should have been stayed at that corner. But no, but niggas want to sit there and save her ass. That these Johnny come lately niggas who don't know shit saved her. And I'm getting to get tired of these Johnny come latelys, Fight Club, the post Kevin Samuel niggas keep on coming around and doing this bullshit of, well, I gotta make content off of her. No, nigga, you saving her. It's like Friday 13th Part 6. You don't dig Jason back up, my nigga. Keep the bitch buried. Why go over there and dig her ass up? Let her stay buried. But no, they and them niggas was on that panel the other day was allowing her to get away with shit like Fatty, like Sharon.
I'm gonna put it down because I don't think Sharon wasn't on the panel with her. I didn't see that.
No. I'm talking about with Obsidian. With Obsidian is what I'm saying.
Okay, so last night, Sharon. I mean, look, bottom line, like dudes like Sharon, world class, those motherfuckers are not equipped to debate Obsidian, which you saw that.
Right.
Q Butter kind of came up there and handed it to him. So that would have been a debate worth watching if it were just them, Q Butter, Obsidian. But that looked like that was a win for Q Butter.
Right.
No matter.
That is because Q Butter has history with Obsidian. So it makes sense. But I'm really getting tired of people like the aforementioned names don't know shit, and then they're propped up by so many.
Sharon and World Class have no chance. Like
right, they don't know shit.
Even Pastor was able to bring that shit up. He brought up the shit about you talking about motherfuckers got to have a certain amount of money, all this other shit. Didn't you need help paying your motherfucking internet bill and shit?
Right. You asking Dennis Sperling for money. You asking Kevin for money and shit. No. Dennis Sperling for money. Who does that shit?
Mm-hmm. Now, I could bring up some old shit. I kind of did in the super chat. I'm like, bro, I didn't like when that motherfucker was advocating for the purchase of sex dolls and shit. He was like, dolls were going to replace actual real women. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind, bro? Like, are you out of your mind? Saying that. Now, he has said some sus shit. Some sus shit. Like, when Obsidian said, he was like, oh, well, I ain't got no homies, or none of my friends, none of the dudes I hang with got trash dick. I'm like, yo, how would you know some shit like that? Like, that's just some realm of sus shit to say, but I get it. Obsidian, I think Obsidian more so leans on the side of troll.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything, so that's one of the reasons why I ain't really bother, going at it. Like we can go at you about those talking points, and also, when he's like, okay, you got to have a certain amount of money and all of this other shit, and they got some shit going on in Vegas and all that. Look, man, if y'all see the algorithm on YouTube, Las Vegas is dead. If anybody trying to take you on a damn on some kind of business retreat or whatever to Las Vegas, you need to be leery already. Because Las Vegas ain't what the fuck it used to be. It's not. All right? Shit is overpriced. It's overpriced. It's fucked up. It's just not what the hell it used to be. That's one thing. But I believe that's what the grift is. That's what the grift is. Keep these dudes away from these women. Away from these women, because God forbid these niggas spend their money on either themselves or women when they can spend it with you. That's it. Because that whole Manosphere meetup shit was exposed for what the fuck it was. That wasn't nothing but a buy my book ballroom seminar.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. And then motherfuckers tried to say that I was hating when I called that shit out ahead of time. Now, for those that used it for what it was supposed to, what you're supposed to use an event for like that, just networking, hey, get as many numbers in your phone, do whatever, you know what I'm saying, and use it for whatever you can use it for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. But if you was just going there because you thought it was going to be some men's retreat and y'all was all going to learn how to be better men, hey, you saw what the fuck happened. That's all it was going to be, was some buy my book shit. So, what's up, Beachy? Shout out to Beachy. We got memberships on the second channel now at Auntie's The Boiler Room. So y'all make sure y'all cop that. Matter of fact, I think I might just get it.
Well, Auntie, I'm gonna get on off of here, and thank you for having me on up though. But you know also who needs to be dragged? BGS, because he wanted to defend her too. But anyway, I
haven't listened to BGS in years, bro. Real shit. I have not listened to BG. I think last time I saw BGS, I think he made an appearance. I think he made an appearance on Sharon's or something. That's the last time I was speaking. I tuned out of it.
Yeah.
It's on Sister George's, like, I don't know, a couple years ago or something. Other than that,
right. All right, then, Auntie. I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you for having me on, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Salute, Big J. So, I don't know. We just gifted 5 of them memberships, so whoever got them is not showing me who got them, but whoever got them, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. But nah, man, look. This is the game that a lot of these motherfuckers play. Now, at some point, y'all got to understand that this grift, you know what I'm saying? This grift, that shit is played the fuck out, man. And I posted in the chat last night over at Freezy's, and shout out to Freezy. I'm going to make sure that I tag him when I do a reaction. I'll probably be doing a reaction to the exchange with Obsidian and Q Butter. I'll probably be doing that on the Sunday show tomorrow. I'll probably be up a little early, you know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all hit the notification bell on that. But I'm going to be real. I would prefer to see niggas tricking they fucking dough off with some damn chicks than to just be giving it to niggas like Obsidian. At least there's a happy ending there. What up, Beach?
Hey, I don't think I really meant to click the link right now, but I already did now, so I was listening.
What's going on? What you think? I was talking about the pearly things, whatever the fuck is going on with that shit. But Obsidian made an appearance on No Captivity with Freezy last night, and he kind of ran, and nobody asked him about this Just Pearly Things chick. Now, I know you remember because you've been around longer than all of us, so you remember a couple of years ago when this chick pretty much almost got canceled. Well, she really did get canceled for the most part, but a lot of people stopped fucking with her. But she had to go on tour at a lot of black dudes' channels and shit, and be extremely apologetic. And Obsidian's was one of them. Yeah, nobody wanted to ask him about, like, yo, what you think about giving this bitch some extra life? Like, you literally resuscitated this bitch, man, because she was done. This bitch was like in the dirt. She had 2 feet, a torso, and she was buried up to her neck in graveyard dirt.
Okay. I'm gonna chime in. You just let me know when you're ready.
No, you got it.
Okay. All right, let me put some stuff out of the way. Oh my God, I'm glad I got the camera off. I just looked back and I had, never mind. Never mind. There's a time to cam up and there's a time to know when to turn it off, okay? And that is on a Saturday afternoon.
Just got our membership, so we don't want to get in no trouble.
All right, listen. Yeah, I'm gonna, again, it's always a pleasure to come up on your channel. Being that I've known you so long, this is probably one of the most comfortable places I've been and will be. Shout out to Brownie from the other day, Jessica X for sure. Big J, a couple people were up on the panel and we were speaking. And I came up on the Pearly thing. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I've already done the first Dear Just Pearly letter. Okay, what you just said about City and how he rolled out the red carpet. I'm gonna have to go ahead and lay it down the only way I can lay it down. Okay, I had the code switch on my delivery on my prelude video because you want to. That's what you just got to do sometimes to get my message across effectively. Okay, I turned a little bit of the Bugetto off and gave it a little bit more bougie. Now I'm going to repeat what I've already said. I'm being very careful because I'm reviewing what I'm doing at this time. Is gotten to where I really thought, let me see if this shit's fade out or if it's gonna go the way I think it's gonna go. Because I can read I can read white women's language. I have to. I have to work with them, schooling with them. It was beneficial for me to be able to be all things to all people. It was beneficial, okay, for me and the way I was brought up to know how to deal with more than just black folk. Now, I'm sorry for some of you all that were raised in households that stay away from white people, all that. It didn't work out so well for you all. Because as adults, you did not know how to properly assess and work and deal and network, whatever the situation may be, dance with, fraternize with the Caucasian race without either selling completely out all the entire way, or just being too cowardly to stand up to them and say what needs to be said effectively and be heard. I did speak, and I'm being honest, it's not looking good for you Negroes. And I'm not talking about all of y'all, but I am going to very loudly, beautifully, delicately dance with this situation because after I only got 11 minutes and 32 seconds into her video, and honey, Pearly was throwing shots so precise. Well, god dang, I don't even know the chick I don't like her or dislike her, but her shots are being so precise. I can't even fault the girl for it. She's hitting the shots, and they might not be at you because you didn't get yourself in a line of fire. You didn't roll the red carpet out. Okay, you ain't been out here preaching, I'm gonna get me a white girl because she's gonna do what the F I want, and I can run her up and down. I did use an analogy of what Obsidian and some of these other guys did. What you thought you were going to do is you Negroes thought you were gonna line up, okay, run a train on Pearly, tag team her, and get her to do what it is y'all wanted her to do to serve your agenda, and it did not work. Some of you had to turn your videos off because it's like you want to try to swing for your partner them, but your hits is not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you right now, and the way to come at this angle with her, because I'm looking at these shots she's throwing, and they are precise. She is hitting shit that some of you men are gonna miss. The women, if you're not gonna be, y'all gotta say something. Y'all gotta speak up to where the shots are thrown that hit us, because she dog walking them. She's dog walking any man and every black man of color that allowed her on her platform, worshiped her, rolled the red carpet out. Okay, y'all wonder why when we used to say the white woman's the devil. When they used to say white women are the devil, I've even had white women ask me, why do you always say we're the devil? And I would tell them, because y'all are. Let me show you what you did. She's like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. And I would tell them, I know what you did, right? But I don't know if I should be appalled at what you did, or do I want you to tell me how did you do that? because you just like, can I get some instructions? And I have gotten some, and I'm gonna tell you, they fucking work. Now I don't know how, with all of you black men in this space, as many of you as you are, and how impactful you thought you were, how this one white woman came in and how she's handling y'all. This is, I don't know. I'm sorry for you. I'm trying to decide at this point, am I impressed at the shot she's throwing or offended? Because I can't be offended at somebody who's doing what they're supposed to do. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's an oppressor. She's cracking motherfucking whips across niggas' backs. I'm trying to figure out, how did y'all put the whip in her hand and you put your own chain around your neck? She did not chain your neck. Y'all put that chain around your neck. So I'm kind of, looking at these shots, and I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to continue to take my time. I got to take my time with this one, and I got to take my time. I got to make love with this one, okay? I can't just fuck her, okay? I got to make love with this one, because I got to take my time, and I got to see where in the hell she got some of the stuff she's saying, because it's hitting. It's hitting in ways that's so backhanded. I don't even see the people see it coming. Her delivery in itself, I'm like, girl, you dangerous. She's dangerous. I'm not talking about in a way that's violent. I'm talking about the different kind of dangerous. What's up, Trinity?
Trinity, I was
Hi.
Mike said, yeah, you got some,
I just came up here. I just came up here to show off my hair. I did it this morning. Go ahead, put me up there. Yeah, I want to show you my earless. I got hang time all the way down to my earlobe. I got my beads. I got my flowers. I'm in Chinatown. I'm doing my thing. I just wanted to show it off. I feel good and pretty.
Ain't nothing wrong with
that. So I didn't watch the show, but nothing that they do in the racist gender war sector. They have, they're completely cool, just kundalini it out. So, I'm not surprised. What did they say? Because I didn't watch it. What happened? So you can update me and I can respond.
I'll tell you this, Trinity. It's the only way you're gonna really be able to respond is you're gonna have to go, but it's going back and forth now, and it's turned in from one video into a conglomerate. But the gist of it is, the curly, the white.
Anybody that doesn't recognize that she's trying to step in as like some sort of backwater, half-baked, half-baked generic female Johnny Kirk. It's like, it's obvious, right? So, you're going to have a lot of them popping up like that. She thinks she has like some kind of foothold to be like the next, spilling or something like that. And so, she's just doing what she got to do to, gain her position in the whole, order of what they're trying to do, which is divide Black people in any kind of way. If it ain't through sex, it's going to be through politics. It's going to be through social economics. It's going to be through anything. So we already know what this is about. It's divide and conquer. So, what more do we need to talk about?
Okay, well, yeah, I hear you, Trinity, divide and conquer, but what here's the thing. I won't be getting conquered, okay?
Right.
First of all, like I said, all right, whoever sent her, because someone's always sent, whoever sent her over to let's see and play with it back when everything got started, from the jump, it was already welcomed in. Can you fault somebody for doing? You're doing your job. You're just doing your job. How you gonna get mad at the devil for being the motherfucking devil? That's his job.
Well, exactly. Well, that's exactly. We're saying the same thing, just in two different ways. Like I said, I just expect her to do it. I just expect all of them to do what they're doing. They've been doing it for years. They have a clear agenda, and if you don't really, if you don't recognize it, then it's almost like you're not recognizing a street light. Like, when you go to the street light, you stop, green, yellow, you know what's going on. I mean, pattern recognition. I mean,
The
that's just
disappointment,
what it is.
and the shock that's coming in, it is showing some of the black men, or a majority of them, that thought somehow they were exempt. And like, how you get exempt from a test,
Mm.
you
Oh, okay, I
perform,
see what you're saying.
let me give y'all an example, okay? The
I mean, that's
exemption.
just casualties of warfare, though. You really think about it.
Right, and I'm going to be speaking on that too. Like, hey, y'all, if this is a
Okay.
war, no, y'all team not lined up right. You're taking blows. Okay, girl went back and got a cannon, shooting cannonballs.
Mhm.
Okay, she's not taking no licks. I even brought up and called myself out and said, "Hold on, this is not a blow. This is not an attack. This is not hitting or penetrating this woman by coming for her appearance. That is not going to work." It's just kind of being, that's low vibrating. And even I had to say, that still don't change the fact that she got her foot on nigga's neck. It might not be on Ant, because he wasn't
Okay.
weak.
Okay. Well. Not not niggas. Coons. Let's identify the coons.
Well, the show this
They're not niggas.
the show this is went off on over there at the Untouchables with Ali and fighting them. Okay, they brought this on themselves. Okay, they let the devil in. Always want to play with the devil. It's just what you get. Like, I'm not
And let them play and let them get what they get.
because y'all, you really thought. I'm gonna tell the girl ain't lying when she said the topic, she was invited in on a platform to speak on a black race. You niggas invited her in and then tried to switch that shit up. She ain't lying. She's not lying. And
Well, I don't know what she said because I don't listen to that type of programming. But I mean, from all of their behavior, they've been doing this for a minute, like about a decade now. So there's nothing really surprising about how they getting down.
No, the surprise is the boomerang and the backlash of look what the fuck you get, in all the thousands and up and almost to the millions of people now laughing at their stupid asses for thinking that they could take on such a giant, and they were not equipped. They were not equipped for this type of warfare training. See, just like you know what it is at the door, and you know how to handle certain personality types, they have been wrong in assessing a white woman as being submissive. They have been wrong in assessing the white woman as.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Well, listen, let me tell you something. I will tell you, she might be submissive, but them shoulders ain't. That's all I gotta say. Them shoulders is not submissive. Them brolic shoulders, them are aggressive shoulders. You can't. Them shoulders look like biceps, baby. But anyway.
Shoulders might not be.
Listen, let me tell you something. A lot of coons like to be dominated. We gotta accept that. They like to be dominated by brolic, butch white women. Can we just accept that?
Right now, it looks like they kind of going to war with her, and I'm gonna outline that on the show tomorrow. It looks like the Untouchable family is going to war with Just Curly for race baiting and some other shit. Now, here's something Trinity said that she said. She said that, of course, there are white crackheads, but a majority of crackheads in America are black, which is bullshit.
That's hilarious. Well, let's talk about the equivalent. Meth heads, opioid heads, doctors, lawyers, and all the white, housewives and all the other motherfucking crackheads that's on legalized drugs. Can we talk about that?
But she
let's
also
do the equivalent.
No, it didn't stop there. She was of course talking about this is why her and other white folks have black is because she feels as though she was being tone policed, all right, and she wasn't able to speak on the race issues that she speak on, and she also.
But why is she so intrigued by race issues? Why is that her? I thought she was a gender warrior.
Exactly. But she also said that black women, a majority of black women, prefer just the criminal element when it comes to men. And she said, white women may like that too, but disproportionately black women, and pretty much. Yeah, now she feels
Well, okay. Well, then why is these fat white hoes getting pregnant by Pookie then? Because every time I see a fat white hoe, she pregnant with a biracial baby. And I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, because they trying to act like these niggas is up and marrying them. They leaving them. I just seen a fat white lady with a biracial baby look just like me, sitting at the bus stop in the rain. I said, God damn! I had to take a picture to send to Cynthia and G. Who they really choose? Because I was like, damn, let me sneak it real quick because I know this is trifling, but that's really what's going on. What about that?
Wait a minute. Hold up now. Hold up. Let's slow walk this now.
Okay, let's slow walk it.
The first time I heard it, so this gonna Anthony. I'm sorry, and we really got us. This gonna take some proper assessment because on the first viewpoint when hearing that, and I remember saying, hold on now. Why they gotta be because went from criminal, then somebody brought in the violent aspect. It was like, well, hold on. I mean, hold on. A lot of people commit crime. I got me a couple of criminal friends, and all the races. I mean, they're not just black. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a better group of criminals than my Caucasian company. They the best at it. I be asking them to teach me how did you do that and get away with it and not go to jail, and the police are well aware. What she was saying, but didn't know how to deliver it because she was doing it in an offensive way. Well, how we gravitate to it. This is where we're gonna lose that point. What she said in our talk, in our music, in all the stuff that we like, some of the shit that I be liking and throwing ass to all the time.
Oh, you talking about like Disturbed, like
no,
like that,
no,
like music like that?
No, listen,
like Down with the Sickness.
No,
like music like that. Where they're worshiping the devil. You talking about that?
Yeah,
in our culture, even the white people, when they like rap music, when they fuck with the hip hop, they're not open with.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the equivalent is because you want to talk about rap music and killing, but what about the devil worshiping music? What about that? Because I love me some Down with the Sickness. So what about that?
But I'm saying nobody. Well, see, Trinity, you would be able. See, this is why somebody like you, but you don't care, and I get it. I don't care that much, but this is interesting. They're using against us the very things that we enjoy. I enjoy.
It's an attack. It's an attack. Basically, when somebody comes and they target you and they want to take what you, it's about taking what you got. So basically, this is what my assessment is. Basically, we started our own, basically, like little community that's popping, and Kevin Samuels made it more popular or whatever, and so they seen a gold rush, and so what's going on is now they're trying to undermine the people that was there so they can take advantage of the goods. It's the same business strategy. You can use it. Yeah. So basically, what we built here is a resource, a well. It's like a gold mine. And so when it's an untapped gold mine that just a bunch of people are surrounding now, didn't nobody really know what to do nothing with, but it was a whole bunch of untapped talent. And so a lot of people, others, right, come in, and it's the same as colonization. It's the same as culture vulturing. They come in, they see an opportunity, and they're going to mask their actual goal, their actual mindset. They're going to mask, they're going to say whatever they have to say to get in good so they can obtain those resources, whether those resources are views, money, cash apps, or whatever. They're going to try to tap into that resource. We are a gold mine, us collectively. Unfortunately, a lot of times in the Black community, our trauma, because we band together to try to fix our traumas, and that's what we do. We're known for that, and so basically that's an untapped resource, especially if we're not organized. So of course you're going to have vultures coming in trying to get a piece of that, and if they see a loophole like she did, she's going to basically create her chess game to get a checkmate, and that's what she did. She went for the weakest source, she went for the low-hanging fruit, and she worked her way up the ranks. Unfortunately, because there was no protection and because we were in division, she in place a divide and conquer implement into the situation. Now, anybody can say, yeah, you sent her, or she could have just been a regular old millie ass white woman in the UK or wherever she is, and said, hey, I see an opening here. Let me get into it. Just like any one of us, if we see an opening somewhere and it's untapped and nobody really got the, we know we got a little bit more pizzazz or we have the leverage, we're gonna go up in there and try to motherfucking take advantage. We know it's not gonna last long, but we're gonna take what we want to. We're gonna try to take what we can get while we can. That's what she's doing. She's doing the smash and grab technique. I mean, it is simple.
Well said, y'all. That was extremely well said. Trinity didn't even have to watch any video or commentary to understand this game been going on for a long time. When Ant mentioned Obsidian them talking, why wasn't who was it up there? Am I saying the right person? That was did you try a platform that you were going to address about why didn't you bring up Pearly Lane? It was on.
It was on Freezy's show last night. I'm gonna tag him tomorrow morning. I'll be reviewing the exchange with.
Let me tell you why he didn't say.
We have to remember that doing the price of business is taking advantage of, unfortunately, vulnerabilities. That is the price of doing business. That is the price of war, casualties, unfortunately, and because of her, whatever it is, whatever her background is, and whatever resources she has tapped into. She took advantage of that. Now it's up to us, it's up to you to put a stop to it because basically it's a leak. We're a leaking faucet. We have all this potential, all this resource, all these eyes, all this money, endorsements, and all these other things. And she's just basically taking advantage of a leaking faucet. Period.
Yeah, and let me say this, and she's not wrong for what she's doing. She's doing what she's supposed to do, and I spoke on that. And I'm gonna go when I have the time because I gotta listen for myself, and I gotta write down the shots she's thrown. I mean, I was like, I'm only 15 minutes into. God dang, Pearl, you're throwing so many shots. The scoreboard, like this is looking really bad. So I'm taking my time and writing down where shot hit, shot nailed, shot at coming at Ali and that whole team over there. But with Obsidian, the reason they didn't bring her up is the very reason when people don't nobody better ask me shit about that. Don't bring it up. Dude, you cannot save face. If I open up a door, okay? And I've opened up many doors. Some of them were not so beneficial for me. Okay. They caused me problems, chaos, and ultimately, I just take a little hit and bounce back from it. But I also have to call out, I did this shit. Until the men get motherfucking G enough to say, pump the brakes. I did this shit. I'm the one who put oil in that car. I put that gas in that car. I put them rims on there. They didn't even fit the vehicle. I put it in motion to drive. I allowed it to happen. And I thought that somehow the delusion that I'm living in on this space, I really believed when these men said, oh, let's get white women because we can walk all over them. We can doormat them. We can pimp hand them. We can run them. They submissive. They don't talk back. They do what we want. Y'all bought into that shit. And so when she came and the white woman actually showed up, that you rolled the red carpet out for her. You prepared her vehicle. You prepared her meal for her to pray and eat off of y'all. She came and did that. You all don't have a comeback for it because her looks ain't gonna work. The look thing is dead. It's not a comeback for her. When someone is eating you alive, the last thing they're thinking about is how you care what their beak look like. That bird don't care nothing about you don't like their beak. They are eating you alive, okay? Why won't not? Listen, it's a time to say, I fucked up on here. I dropped the bag. I didn't see it coming. We allowed somebody to come in.
Well, you ever seen? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You ever seen somebody spray some pepper spray and then walk into their own pepper spray? That's basically what they did. They were so focused on hating black women and getting us, in a submissive way. That they didn't understand that they had a viper in their hand, and when they wanted to stick that viper on us, they got bit by the viper, and that's on them. Let God deal with them. Let them eat cake.
And I got a call from my son in Germany. Hang on, you guys. I gotta go. Hey, son. Hey.
Mute up, Beachy. Keep going, Trinity. You got it. Feel free to come off mute when you're done with that convo.
Okay, so like I said, just let them eat cake. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just keep it real. In that nanosphere, there was a separation of black men. There were black men who actually, looking for help and looking for solutions, and then there were other black men who were kind of gay on the low, and then there were other black men who just really hated women. And so they all kind of met at the same watering well, and so there's, it's convoluted because they didn't have no real direction. They just all knew, and so they could all kind of agree, oh, we don't like these black bitches. I mean, we get it, because you're mad right now. But let's understand that there was a clear distinction between the ones who just, they came in because, somebody was saying some good words or whatever, or they attached their feelings or their experience to one thing that they said, then they really didn't agree with the other. And then there was some that was gun ho about it. But then they all met at this water wheel, so they all kind of like agreed to disagree. But they still maintained their ranks. So now, it's unfortunately, when you're in a rank, or you're in a platoon, or you're in some sort of organization, you have to have. I'm going back to your mission statement, Auntie. You have to have a mission statement. These niggas didn't have a mission statement. That's why this outsider was able to come in and just stabilize their ranks and go to the top. I mean, that is what it is.
I mean, I've been said that shit. Not only did they not have a mission statement, I think Obsidian kind of touched on that. They also didn't have, you built a house, but you didn't put locks on the doors or shut the windows either.
And a lot of that too, I believe, is because unfortunately, black men in history of all around the world, they have been denied their voice to talk about, and to be vulnerable and then so you have a space where like, come on, talk about your feelings. No one's going to judge you, and so everyone's like focusing on their mental health then or their emotions, and they're not thinking about protection anymore. So that's a part of the problem. A lot of, you have to understand, you have a lot of vulnerable black men in one area. It doesn't mean that they're weak. They're just trying to express their emotions. They're just trying to tell you how they feel. And they don't really have a lot of experience in doing that in public spaces. And so you just have a dynamic that's perfect for predators to come in and take advantage.
Yeah. That's what I would say. Now, all of a sudden, this woman feels very, very comfortable speaking on racial issues when about a year and a half ago, when she was on life support because of her talking out of her ass when it came to these racial issues, after these niggas resurrected her ass, or resuscitated her, now all of a sudden she just feel comfortable just saying all types of fucked up.
I believe it's because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing. She's just trying to preserve her whatever thing she got. She's just trying to pivot so she can follow the money. Just like anybody who, what I'm saying, who's trying to, you got some people who are just grifters. They just go anywhere and, try to just attach themselves to to where the money at. Where the money at? So, smash and grab hoes. You know how I go.
I tell them, hey, it's only money. Your reputation is what you fall for. Your character is what you stand for. So it's a lot more ways to make money.
But were you really expecting her to have like a whole lot of character based on the things that she was saying about black women before? I mean, what made black men think that she wasn't going to turn that on them like that? Because we've been saying, listen, you already know because you've been around. We've been trying to warn y'all, like, that she's attacking us right now, but y'all know she's gonna turn it against y'all. We've been saying that. Why wasn't y'all listening to us? That's all we want to know. Even though we was fighting, we would always step back and be like, y'all know she gonna turn on y'all, right? You did not listen to us because you had so much hate for us. Because you want to speak. We can say what we want to say. It's our time to speak and this and that, and you overlook the viper in your ear.
Well, like I said before, I always knew that was the case. That's what happens when you let somebody feel that comfortable just saying shit. Eventually, they're going to turn on your ass. You don't, at some point, because look, I thought that the original mission statement of the Black Manosphere especially was that, you were supposed to address a war on masculinity. Now, this Pearly bitch is like she's not a tool in your, you know what I'm saying, for you in that war. She's supposed to be your fucking target. Because according to
Not,
she's the
not
cause.
for men who want to put the assumption out there as though that particular demographic of women are better than their own demographic of women. You know, they have a point to prove that they're more desirable from other demographics of women. That's why, you see, that was the point that they were proving that. You know what I'm saying? So they focus more on that than focusing on the damage that she could actually cause.
What I'm saying is, all of the things that these niggas are complaining are an issue that's affecting black men. This woman, what she represents, I can't blame her because I don't even think she's like 30 years old or whatever. But what this person represents is the cause of all of the shit that these niggas are complaining about.
Wait a minute. You said she only 30?
Yeah, she's like less than that.
Ain't,
She don't look,
ain't,
like I said, that
ain't
is going
no way.
she is
My
not
God.
at all.
My God. She is not aging well. That's not right. You know what? Y'all got it.
Yeah, she's not gonna age well at all. She's fucked up. You know, she is fucked up out here. She is fucked up out here. That's what I said. You see it.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Well, at all.
That's wild.
Snuffle looking ass bitch. Ill. You know, but I'm just saying, even if your mission statement is you got to have hope for these women, that chick, not only is she supposed to get it too, she's supposed to get it first. If you can't check an Adeline bitch like this, I don't see how you supposed to be able to check the big bad black woman.
Well, that's the preference. You know, that creamy white skin child. They want to, they want to explore their options. They want to go get their passport. They gonna see her and just run their fingers through her stringy hair and just smell all of that pasty sauce dripping down the back of her ears. You know, they like the smell of mayonnaise. They love it. They want to, they want to rub. They gonna buy a job. Listen, let me tell you what I imagine a night with pasty things, and also I want to go ahead and make it clear that I actually created the term pasty things. However, when Jason Black, put her on blast, then that's when the other person decided to coin the term pasty things. But I want to go ahead and put it out there. I've been around here for a long time. I give everybody a stage name, and that was my stage name for her, pasty things. So I want to tell y'all something, how I imagine a date with pasty things. Now I'll imagine if I wanted to have a date with pasty things, I'm a broke ass black man out here in America. All I can afford with my 2-week paycheck is a plane ticket, a passport. Once I get to the UK, where's she at? She in the UK?
I think she's in Dallas now or something.
Okay. Oh, she in Dallas. Okay, we're gonna go to Dallas. That's a perfect spot. What I'm gonna do, baby. Matter of fact, let me talk to Pasty Things directly, sweetheart. Because I know you for sale. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't need no passport. I'm gonna just keep that little $400 in my pocket. I'm gonna come right up to Dallas, Texas, baby. I'm gonna drive there or hitch a ride. I'm gonna make sure I got a bottle of mayonnaise, lemon lime mayonnaise. Okay, I'm gonna come on over there. I got a bottle of a plain barbecue sauce. Okay, I got my Netflix subscription, and And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna walk up right to your door. Okay, one condiment in my right pocket, one condiment in my left pocket, honey. You know what I'm gonna do as soon as I meet you? I'm just gonna open up the bottle. I'm gonna just squirt you all in the face with the barbecue sauce, and then I'm just gonna take my hand and scoop out that mayonnaise and just rub you down. See, as a coon, right? Who feel like I need validation from a 30-year-old, 98-year-old. I'm going to, what I'm saying, just show up at your doorstep. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize the demographic that she appeals to, these are low level black men that have mental issues that they have not addressed with a clinical technician and are a psychiatrist and are therapists. Okay, they're trying their hardest to survive out here in these YouTube streets, and that is the demographic that she's going after. And she's using one wannabe high profile fucker Dusty behind the couch. We don't know if he's fucking women and or men, but he want to fuck him on the couch, possibly with a toupee strapped to his motherfucking uday. And so she used that as an umbrella to make it seem as though like she is affiliated with, say, the likes of the higher quote unquote high value men in the black manosphere, but she's not actually intact with those men. She has one dusty ass coon, coon ass nigga who gives her the fuel to coon and con these other low level, dirty, dusty, mental ill ass niggas who have absolutely nothing to offer but a passport and $20 more to head to Brazil and get some $5 coochie. These are the people that she is appealing to. So, unfortunately, what she does not understand is somebody is going to walk up to her door, one of these dirty niggas, one of these chronology fools, and say, "You know what you promised me, girl. You told me you was gonna put these black bitches in their place." And she gonna be like, "Excuse me, I'm about to call the police." What you mean call the police, lady? You know what you owe me. I gave you $5.89 on the goddamn super check. You know what you owe me, and that's her reality.
And here's the
She's
thing,
trying to.
Trinity. I'm glad you said that. I got Trinity. You ready for this? You ready for this, Trinity?
I'm ready for it, girl.
This is where they didn't catch it, and I'm addressing in my video too, Pearly. I see you, and I'm gonna call her out on why she loves black women. She threw a couple little black backhanded compliments on the ones she don't care for, but Pearly got a thing for some black okay Versace.
She looks like a butch back. I don't know what she into, but she do look like a butch back.
She like us, and I know her type. So I'm having a in my assessment with her, I'm going to let her know that, okay, Pearly, you don't got to keep dancing and flirting with us, girl. Just go on and say it. Like, I know you're trying to play this card, but you're trying to let us know I really like y'all on this end, but I'm just doing my job. I get like she doing her job, but she still got to she makes sure she find a way to say, I like y'all though. Like, I want to fucking hang out with you bitches. Like, come on. I got to do this job, but I want to,
So, okay, what you saying is she like some kind of double agent?
Yes, and I addressing that. I see her moves. I can't come down too hard on some of the stuff she's saying because I'd be a hypocrite because I know how to play both sides of this motherfucking coin too. Okay, I am a motherfucking master player in doing both sides of the fucking coin. I have to do it. If I didn't do it, then my life would look a little different. But because of the cards I was dealt, I said, well, fuck, so be it. I'm going to play both sides. But I'm going to make sure I know who I'm really riding for. The main team doesn't feel no type of way. But I'm not going to not be able to finesse my Caucasian counterparts. I am not going to be able to just lead them out of my kingdom because they serve a purpose, and I did reproduce with one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to deal with the Caucasians. Okay, I have to, and I also spoke on It's unfortunate. See, your brother, see what Ant can't do, I can do. If Ant is as real as I think he is, if Ant is as real as I think he is, Ant would be understanding when to use Beachy, when to know, hey Beachy, I need you to be Beachy. I need you to go here. And when you get there, do whatever it is the fuck you do and come back and let me know how to work it. Because you know I'm a black man. And you know as a black man, they act a certain way. They don't want to let a nigga in, rock like that. But you, they opening the doors for you. Them white niggas love you, B. So go do what you got to do and come back so you can go on and give us the motherfucking blueprint. See, that's what you're supposed to been doing. Because that's what they doing for her. She ain't doing it. I said, this bitch doing the shit I was doing, except she's doing it in a way that's hurting people. I just happen to change a whole race of people, but she's actually, but I'm doing the same damn thing in another manner. So I'm gonna be a hypocrite to say, how dare you come over here with black folks and turn it into your empire when I took my motherfucking fine black ass right up over there with that Irishman and turned their whole dang on world into my world, produced children, and now I'm out here doing things that I don't even want to tell y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show like what I gotta do. When I say what I have to do, what I have to say, and how I work this angle, it will probably be considered evil. I can't call her the devil without saying, well, honey, I got some wicked in me too. If we wicked, I cannot.
So let me ask you a question. So basically what you're saying is this is a war of the men. Who can snatch up whose man quicker? Is that what you're saying?
I ain't want to. Slow down, baby. Slow down. See, you trying to fuck. Trinity, you trying to fuck. I said we gotta make love with this one. Trinity, listen to me, baby girl.
I'm trying to figure it out. I need to know what my mission is so I can go do it.
I'm getting to it, but listen, Trinity, we can't just fuck them. We got to make love with this one. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make love. I know. I'd rather just go on.
Because once I put the bolo out, you already know it's over. So what we need to do?
But okay,
is that the mission?
Yeah, we gotta have we need to have a meeting, okay? And we gonna do this shit. Because see, listen, let me say this. This is how I was raised. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Every black girl, if you don't know this motherfucking song, let me teach it to you. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. That is the song that we sing against the pearly things. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Over and over again, put that bitch on a trap beat. But Trinity, see, you already caught it. You done already fucked it, but we're going to make love with this one. We're going to slow walk it because I find it funny. I done already infiltrated their community. They don't know it's me. And the white boys already rolling out the fucking red carpet. I'm over here doing, but baby, I am behind the enemy motherfucking lines, and they love my ass. I ain't got to say but a couple of words. I don't have to put down our race, and I don't have to put down their race. All I gotta do is work my motherfucking magic, and they all on my ass. I'm like, oh my god, this too easy. Oh man, you're beautiful, your skin, and as a brown black woman. They fucking love me. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not trying to pull that one out my ass yet because I didn't want to do that because I know the leverage is so unfair. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be fair and equitable about this shit. I don't want to send a million big booty, long throat black bitches to their communities. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
No. That's the wrong.
I don't want to do it.
That's the wrong.
So what I'm saying is, can we come to a peaceful negotiation?
Yeah, that's why I said you can't just fuck them. This is something. It's a long walk because I used the analogy of okay, yeah, you play track and volleyball, but we on some track and field time right now, and with the track and field in the relay. You got to pass the baton. Okay. Like I know who to pass the baton to and say, okay, now it's your turn. You go over there and you run this. And then somebody else pass the baton. It's on a 1-by-1 selected basis because all it really is getting intel and seeing how to work it to find out, girl, do you really feel this way? because you can't you admire, you know, I see what you're doing. But I want you to know, bitch, we can do that shit too. Okay?
Right, and we haven't been doing it on purpose. So, that can change. That can change.
Right.
So they need
We
to know
have
that.
been very delicate. I have been extremely kind. Already told an entire fan, like, I ain't tear y'all up, but I fucked up your whole bloodline. Okay, no, I didn't fuck it up. I enhanced it and turned it into what I needed it to be for me. Because I could do that, because it's a dominance over here, and we can do that. Okay, Black people, we can change bloodlines and genealogy with just a simple little 1-2. Okay, we can do that. So that's why you can never minimize me as a female, as a woman, when I'm out here, when I know what I'm, the possibilities, not the possibilities, but the maneuvers I have done and made, all off of the strength of I'm a Black woman. I got away with doing it, and I'm gonna do it again. It ain't nobody gonna stop me. Okay, but she also is coming out. She has said this, because that's why I don't think they're equipped as these men to catch the moves that she doing. Like, boy, she fucking, like, she's getting off on this. You know how you
I think she thinks she's winning because we're not going for the men that she feel like is her demographic. And the reason why we're not going for the men in her demographic is because we view them as weak and ineffective.
I agree, but that doesn't mean shit. But still, a win is a win.
But guess what? But guess what? We know where the effective men are. We already got it. We already got the blueprints. We know where the effective men are. It ain't nothing but a word. We know where their home bases are. We know where they are. So you can play with our trash. We're gonna go play with your elite. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna protect them. Listen, those that I would never bring them into this. They need to stay. I'm like, stay down. Don't stick your heads up. I got this. Because the minute they zoom in and be like, oh, hold on a second, this one here, no, keep your heads down. I can't protect y'all. We can't protect y'all. Sometimes you need to say, yeah, the queen's got this. Okay, they really need to play chess like you playing chess. This is the time you can't sacrifice your queen, baby. You're not going to be able to pull them up, Sicilian or whatever you call that. Trinity, you the chess expert. I don't know all the names, but this ain't the time. This is actually the time where you need.
We got many queens out here. You kill one queen, we got 10 more on the same board. It's not that serious. Do you know how many women are not online and they doing a motherfucking thing? Trust me, it's always going to be a sacrifice. There's always going to be a public sacrifice. Even me. Why do you think I show my face? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be a sacrifice at some point. But there's hundreds of thousands of women that have never been online that will follow my orders. That is what this shit is about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right. I know. But here's the thing, though. I'm not gonna be selfish. I don't care nothing about them, man. I got my own. Okay, I got my own agenda. Like, ain't nobody trying to save y'all. Y'all look, y'all already lost. They can't come back from this. She tearing them up. I do wish Trinity that some of the things I'm going over point by point this last video, because I got like a 15 minutes now into it, and I keep having to stop because I'm like, God dang, bam, 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 bam. I'm like, now if you if didn't nobody script this for her, they're hitting it on the nail. But the same shit she's saying, if I was to take her face off and put my face on it and just change it, it'd be the same way. So I can't be a hypocrite and say, well, that was kind of shady when that was slick shit you said, but it was also some slick shit when I did this and I still did it. Like, who gonna stop?
Well, you have protection. She doesn't, so it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck about what you said. I don't care if you're being hypocrite or not. So let's go ahead and move forward.
Hypocrite. That's the whole point. I want to be able to say, okay, well, you did this, but you do know what we're doing, right? Like, you do know we're quite capable. And matter of fact, I think we're a little bit more efficient.
Exactly.
What we're doing, I can't expose. Like, I'm not gonna tell. It's certain secrets that only belong to us. I have to be careful in how I even deliver this, because sometimes I don't want to target on us. It's certain women that's like, oh, Because we can't stand you black bitches that come
First
in.
of all, any black man that falls for not. First of all, I don't have no problem with interracial dating. That's not a concern of mine. Any black man in today's society that falls for a suspected racist white woman, you deserve what you get. As far as I'm concerned, you're just helping me score on my board because you're just knocking off my enemies because coons are my enemies. If you're a coon, what is a coon? A coon is not somebody who wants to date outside their race. That's not a coon. A coon is somebody who has an issue with black people and they use sexual proximity to engage in egregious behavior towards black people. I.e., okay, say I'm a divester and I'm dating a white guy. Now I want to come on here and antagonize black people because I'm dating a white guy, or vice versa. That's a coon to me. Anybody trying to get validation by putting down their own people, that's an enemy of mine. So at the end of the day, any black man, and with his well and able-bodied mind, that'll fall for a woman who's being egregiously and brazenly racist, you deserve what you get. And in fact, you're on my team. So if that's what Pacey thinks is doing, you're on my team. Get these niggas out the way, clear the way for me. It's like clearing the road for me. Because I can't handle all these dusty ass niggas. Clear the road for me. Period.
Well, and sorry, me and Trinity, you had to let us have this one though, because she hit on some, she
I don't fuck with that Pacey Fangs bitch. I don't. All right, I know what's up. When you let her come in and just be spewing this shit, you think it's gonna stop with a white woman just saying this shit? That's when these white dudes start coming in here saying all types of shit. That's when even black women start getting disrespectful. That's when the coon sector start coming up talking shit about niggas. I mean, this is when everybody start talking shit about you because you just showed that you are not to be respected. Like I said, this shit transcends racial lines.
Well, you know how I've been feeling about it. I've been very vocal about this for years. I think that this is a multi-level and multi-dimensional attack against black people in many different sectors, to basically, I hate to say it so brazenly, but basically to incite genocide against black people. And what I think is black men, honestly. I think that this is a chess game to incite a genocide against black men. And of course, us black women, we're going to have to go down with our black men. That's just, it's just, it's just what it is.
Well,
but that's what I think.
Hold on, now, Trinity. Number one, you hit.
That's my opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. You nailed it on when you said it's really an attack after them. She's not coming for us. She done said some distasteful things, but honey, I say distasteful things about them. It's not us. She's not coming for us. She came to oppress them. I said y'all let her put that chain around y'all's fucking neck and drag you. You laid your palms out in your hands and said, enslave me, bitch. Enslave me, white master.
Not to interrupt you, and I keep interrupting you, and I apologize for that, but also us as black women, we have to understand that anything that happens to the black man will happen to us eventually. That's why we can't separate ourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's not that we are promoting things to happen to them, but once they get rid of them, that's our protection to a certain extent. Even though they're not acting like it, we will be next. And that's just my opinion.
Well, I will say this, their ability to put on a cape, they can't save themselves right now. I don't know if it's ego, if it's pride. What the fuck is your problem? From the beginning, you all trusted us at one point in time, the women, because y'all's oppression is a lot harder than ours. Why would you not? You're going to have to trust a couple of us to come in and help your asses, okay? You're going to have to just swallow if your ego and pride is that bad that you want to allow us to snatch that whip and say, hold on now, give me this motherfucker. You won't let us do that, then it is going to be worse for you than what it is, okay? Because I might feel a little bit of blow from it, but that whip not coming down on my back. You need some qualified sisters to the things that you don't know how to. Not only do you not know how to do, you just can't do it, and it's okay. It's okay that you can't. We still love y'all. We love y'all.
Wait a minute. So hold on. Let me ask you. So you ask basically what you doing is you asking these niggas to submit.
I wasn't not trying to be rage baiting. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to rage bait you, but what I'm saying is actually to be real with you though, you're speaking truth to fact because the time where we had the greatest empires is where women were the forefront thought leaders and men held the fort, and we sent them out to basically enforce our word, and that's when we always dominated. It was when these men tried to dominate us is when shit turned around and we all got fucked up. But we also have to understand though that we are a ecosystem. So we can't assume that just if black men get fucked up, that we're not gonna get fucked up. If black men get fucked up, the whole black community is gonna get fucked up. And I think that's it. Yeah, so that's very important for us to realize. We might have like, oh yeah, we proved it over 10 years. Y'all try to diminish us, and y'all try to do this and that. Yeah, that's a win on our part. But what's really a win? It's just a win for this one battle, or is it a win for our entire fucking demographic? Because let's keep it real,
Trinity,
our entire demographic is under attack.
Okay, listen, Trinity, here's the win, okay? Here's the win. At the time, when the time is needed, I need you, I trust you to let your Nefertiti be Nefertitiing. Do you understand? I know you do.
Okay.
I need your Nefertiti to be Nefertitiing, and I'm going to use his
Okay, so let me pipe down.
Right, you're not. Let's say I'm gonna use the only two known, okay, black pharaohs, Nefertiti and Hatshepsut. Okay, don't even try because they were two women pharaoh. I'm just using Trinity for an example. It could be someone else, but I'm allowing her Nefertiti. I trust her Nefertiti to be Nefertitiing. Okay, because it was very efficient for the time it was. To those men ran up and they couldn't handle. Nefertiti said she had it so good. She was doing the damn thing. You all came in and couldn't handle it. She didn't want to marry, didn't want to give up the pharaoh power. She said, I got this. I'm not impressed with the quality, and I don't really want to give it to my son. I'm gonna keep it for myself. I trust her to do her Nefertitian. As Hatshepsut, the only pharaoh import export female, bringing in all the work, all this stuff. I need you to let me do my Hatshepsut. Don't try to run it. Trust, I got this. I got the imports. I got the exports. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back right and tight. You don't got to run in, and if you want the credit, I don't care. It shouldn't be about the credit. But man, somewhere along the line, some of you are gonna have to say, you know what? I had the staff in my hand. I had on the robe. I had on the right hat. I had on the right gold and everything. But my staff didn't work like your staff, and I don't know how you did it. But go over there and do whatever it is you did, because it benefited us all. It was productive, and thanks for letting me. Wear the crown. Y'all gotta stop kicking our back in, because the more you kick the back in, and I'm gonna say, well, you know what? See, I could have went over there and got enough for all of us, but since you want to keep kicking my back in, I'm just gonna stack up my shit. I'm just gonna stack up for me and worry about me and mine, because you don't want to let go a little, like let go some, okay? It's some women that we are super efficient, but we're not gonna waste our talent on people who ego and pride are so high who won't say, damn, you know what, y'all got it. We don't need to be in the front right now, because clearly how we thought we could handle white women, they don't even want to deal with us. They want y'all pretty ass. They want you. That's a slap in y'all face. This should be a lesson. Y'all did all that work for Just Pearl, and she over there, I want a black friend. I want a black bestie. I black this, black that. They're so pretty, and she just all loving us. But y'all kicked our back in so bad, I'm like, dang, man. So it's just gonna be I don't know how far she's going to go with this. I don't.
She's gonna take it to the max. What you mean? You don't know how far she's going with this? She's gonna take it as far as she want to go, as far as she can.
She's not pumping the brakes.
To go back into the algorithm. This is why I stay out of women's shit. You know what I'm saying? I just stay out of women's shit. But one thing I will not allow a pasty fangs bitch to do, or any other shit for that matter, or even a dude to just come up in my shit or whatever and just completely disrespect. I will not allow it. You know? So I'm just saying, for space to be on the betterment of men, that shit is not a good look. It's not.
And that's an understatement. That's and being nice with y'all, not a good look. You know, it's like
this can't be tolerated.
And nobody was strong enough because of delusion. Okay, so listen, pipe dreams. Y'all not the only ones that sell pipe dreams. We sell them too, niggas. Okay. But somewhere along the line, y'all believe that pipe dream. You let some of the men who say, "Oh, we love our snow bunnies," y'all believe that we care when we really don't. Y'all believe those men who weren't even really with white women, that they just lay down and be a doormat and aren't the sneakiest, doing the sneakiest shit that you ever seen. Do you not? Y'all believed the lie. You believed the lie. Y'all really thought you was gonna get this girl to just bow down to you because you were black with a black dick. Like, y'all believe that. First of all, you're not that guy. If there was a black man, y'all aren't them that are representing. You're not. Ali, you're not that guy. Neither Fatty and neither none of you touch was. None of you over there are that guy that could get her to bend for you. Okay? She got you bending for her. You didn't properly. I mean, you're so busy thinking you can manipulate everybody. You kept lying to yourselves. The worst thing is to have a reprobate mind where you believe your own lies. You actually started believing your own lies. You think in your head, still to this day, that the Caucasian woman, okay, the just pearlies are submissive, when some of the sneakiest shit I have ever seen and been taught and wrote notes on and actually amplified in my own life have been learned from a damn white devil. Okay, I'm sorry, white woman. God damn, how you pull that shit off? Hold a second. This might be profitable one day. It came from them, sweethearts. Yes, it did. It didn't come from Trinity. It didn't come from Keisha. It didn't come from it didn't come from none of the women that are out here that you all think. Every sneaky, manipulative, conniving, how to get it, how to turn that shit around, how to make it work for me and serve my purpose and my agenda. I learned and got the blue.
Hold on. I just want to interrupt this. I just want to support a brother's business. Where do you can find you, brother?
I'm at 1405 Fillmore, right in front of Subway. I'm here Thursday through Sunday, 11 to 5.
You see, he got the grill smoking.
I usually got ribs, wings, chicken, baked beans, potato salad, mac and cheese, spaghetti, and also brisket.
That's right. That's his cash app. Y'all just want to send him a little donation, and that's what he sells. I just brought a plate.
Okay.
I'm about to tear this shit up. Anything else you want to say, brother?
Me too.
Come on down anytime.
All right, thank you.
Trinity, bring me a plate, baby. You didn't get me nothing? See, you being selfish right now, Trinity. You could have got me a plate. I'm hungry too, girl. I'm sitting here just like about to eat. I got to tell my daughter we got to eat. Trinity didn't get me, y'all. I want to note it on record. Trinity did not even ask Bitchy if she wanted a plate or she was hungry. She left me starving over here. Okay, we ain't thinking about Aunt could feed herself, but she didn't. I was hungry, so I'm gonna have to. She gonna have to split her plate with me now. Give me one of them rib bones or something because her girl. I got to eat too. Okay, that was a little comedic relief. Some people got it, some people didn't. But Trinity not only would have asked me if I wanted something, we would have been arguing over who's paying for it because that's what type of girl she is. We would have been fighting over who's going to pay for what because she's a giver and not, she'll take, but she also gives, and she doesn't take she doesn't take grudgingly. She takes what's being given to her. Okay, moving on. But I'm hungry. I know y'all want to eat. I want to eat. I appreciate that Trinity was the one up here today. She is getting the points that don't have to go being broke down step by step. She is not gonna sugarcoat some things. Okay, sometimes some stuff it don't sound good, y'all. Listen, I there are things that I say, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I say it sounds so terrible, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. It sounds awful. That ain't gonna stop me from doing it though. It just sounds so bad. It don't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me a bad person at all. But it come out. It sounds awful. I could never, it sounds so awful. But look, I appreciate and oh boy, up to then, you're a cowardly lion. Okay, again in the spirit of wicked that was hitting last night. It was so many points in that with your cowardly lion ass. If you're gonna listen here, you are operating the spirit of a coward, because ain't nothing more solid and more admirable and honorable than hearing a man say, hold up, pump, stop the game, hold on. We're not playing a good game. That was a bad call. That was a bad on my end. I don't like it. I didn't run it well, and I'm going to stop this. I'm going to call it out, because you cannot move forward until you call your fuckery out. You cannot go no further. This is why, when God told you, to Satan, okay, you can go here, but you cannot go no any further. You can't go any further till you call out your own bullshit. And when you've done an act of bullshit or treason, because some of the shit y'all doing is what we call treason, call your shit out so you can move forward. Don't you want to get out of that? Y'all prisoners. You niggas are in. She oppressed the hell out of you. Your oppressor came in and is pressing down very firmly on what she came in to do on your backs. You're the ones getting whipped crack across your goddamn back. Okay? The cracker not playing with y'all. She not letting up. I said she just gonna keep on. Let the other one. She not letting your wounds heal, scab up or nothing. She not giving you no antibiotic. Ain't nobody getting no cotton ball for the streaks on your back. Y'all ain't getting no pain relief or nothing. She just going at it, whip after whip. I don't know whether or not to be motherfucking impressed or offended. It's heavy-handed on y'all, and it is so weak. And I think Anne's right. I don't think she's gonna let up. I'm just trying to see how bad it's gonna get. It take a lot for me to be intrigued and entertained and also offended and all the emotions at the same time, enough to even care. In this situation, I kind of care. I care to see and observe how bad some of y'all are about to get it and are getting it. I don't care how you want to try to cape for your homeboy. I don't care how some of y'all want to be like, man, I like Ali. You can like him all goddamn day long, but Ali getting his ass whipped. And she doing it so delicately and tagging him. It ain't running your subscriber numbers up. It's not going to run your views up. You're still going to stay the little man. Like she said, what was it, Aunt? She's the general and you the motherfucking disposable ass subservient.
That infantry, that was what she called.
that. She said she's the general and you was infantry? I can't do this. Like, god dang, bro, who is giving you these lines? Because you're hitting really hard. But I'm going to get off of here. This has been entertaining. I got to eat. I'm in 15 minutes because of going over some stuff in her commentary just to kind of see. Let me see how dirty you really playing. I want to see how I know what I'm doing, okay? Unfortunately, like some of you all who lie, you don't talk to white women. You don't have to work with them. You don't sit with them. You don't commune with them. Okay, I commune with black. Look, my sisters are always first because that's who I am. But we gonna sit right on down there with Allison and Amy and call them over and say, "Come on, we need to know something here." And they oblige. They have
before you go, I mean, I would say this much. I've communed with white women, white men, black women, black men, Hispanic women, Hispanic men, Asian women, whatever. And when you're dealing with people, look, disrespect cannot be tolerated under any fucking circumstance. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Because allowing disrespect just begets more disrespect.
Right.
Like that's
And
that's what,
why,
what
right.
it will be. It will be more disrespect.
Right. And so, and the thing, the word about commune is the fellowshipping with that. That's the beauty when we call aside and say, let us reason. Okay. Let us reason. In that moment, everyone understands this is a respectful time, even with calling out each other's sins, debauchery, and whatever. Let us reason. Respect is in reasoning is also in respect is in there. So people can only do to you what you allow them to. If I let the devil, if I open the door and say, yeah, come on up in here, F up my house, do all this type of stuff, I'm gonna feed you, and then get mad when he decide, oh, by the way, on my way out, I'm gonna throw a match back there and burn you out. Like, oh wait, hold on, I was nice to you though. I don't care. I'm the devil. Did nobody tell you to do all that? Then I didn't ask you to do that. You volunteered to be. I didn't have to manipulate you or anything to it. You volunteered yourself. You allowed yourself to be a vessel for this energy that's coming in an entity, and it is at this point, this entity that you all let come in. I am checking this scoreboard thoroughly, and it is high on their end. We ain't scored yet, we haven't scored to be on the board yet. Not as of yet. Not that I have heard. Well, we have, but it ain't not on the board. A couple of people haven't. So I'm going to continue monitoring. I'm going to definitely, when I speak, like I said, you men, there's nothing to say to y'all. Y'all allowed the disrespect. You deserve it. You deserve every last you get because you shouldn't have. What did you think you was going to get? So you deserve what you're going to get. But I am going to do my assessments. I am going to be thorough. I'm not going to be hypocritical. And whether or not I'm team for her, or I don't have like dislike and like. I really don't care about this woman to like or dislike her. I care more about what the hell happened to a community of men that call themselves leading Black men into a more positive outlook, whatever the result. What the hell happened to you all that you even allow someone to come in with the disrespect in the first place when y'all can't even handle a loud mouth on a panel? Y'all real quick to watch your words, this and that. As she said, tone policing. You all are the first ones to try to shut a bitch up. But in this situation, she came in and just annihilating you. I'm sorry, but I am intrigued in how the hell did that happen? Who's responsible? And I do believe those of you that are held responsible as I lead this panel need to be lined up, okay, tied on a pole. What did I used to do back in the day? If this was up to me, that would line every last one of you all who are held responsible for this. And I would have you tied to a pole and have a rifle put to me. But we living in a new time. But you do need to be held accountable for what you did. And if you're not going to do it, you hold yourself accountable, then everybody else just going to make sure they're going to rip the covers off the bed and expose your naked ass. And on that, I'm up out of here because you're laying there naked, cold, and shivering. Okay? And we ain't putting the covers back on. Peace out.
Peace out, Beach. Appreciate you. Yeah. So on that note, man, I am going to call it a day. I will be back for tomorrow, Sunday, coffee and chill. We will be checking out some of these clips without commentary. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow between the Untouchables and just Pasty Fangs, aka Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street. We will also be doing some fair use, and we will be breaking down Obsidian's appearance on No Captivity with Freezy. Shout out to Freezy. Shout out to Just Jay, in his panel last night. I am curious, though, of why nobody brought up this Pasty Fangs bitch. You know what I'm saying? What up, Godspell? Appreciate you. Said, what up, though? Got you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, fam. What up? Shout out to all the new members too, by the way. Bronze, Flat Power God. This is our first stream that we're doing with the memberships available. We're not new to monetization, but we are new to memberships here at Auntie's The Boiler Room. So that's nice to say. but hey, it's nice to say, it's new to say, but I'm glad to be able to finally say it. But shout out to Godspell, you know what I'm saying, with the $2 holla. We want to thank all of y'all new members. We gifted some. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. I don't know if anybody actually got the memberships that were gifted, but we'll figure out what YouTube is doing with that. Y'all make sure that y'all got them on. That way y'all can get any and all memberships that are gifted. And of course, we will have members only content coming up this week as well. We might even have to put this one behind a members only wall because that's just what you got to do. A shout out to Godspell, you know what I'm saying? Another member, appreciate that. So we just going to thank you officially.
Witness the sea walk of the incredible. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. 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 I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. The city is a big. West side is a big.
Thank you. Well, welcome to the Closers Drinking Coffee tier. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? New member Godspell, as well as Creative Solutions 7.0, Nicer's World. Shout out to Nicer. You know what I'm saying? Top moderator Stacy as well. Lurker and Bronze Most Hated Flat Power God, as well as Creative Solutions 7.0. Man, we appreciate all of y'all. So, hey, she said that's how my old ass be chilling, sea walking. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, for Aunties, the Boiler Room, all of the new members, man, we greatly appreciate all of y'all coming through. Let me go ahead and rinse you up. Make sure you got you a toolie. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. I'll be back a little bit later. We will be scheduling it. So make sure you guys have the notification bell on. Cash App is always available. Buymeacoffee.com. Hit me up on IG if you got a topic or a clip that you want me to discuss. Email is also available too. And hit the super thanks if you're catching the replay. That is always appreciated as well. On that note, man, I am about to get all the way the fuck up out of here. It was definitely a pleasure. I'm enjoying the rest of my Saturday evening. I suggest everybody else, y'all do the same. Trinity time travels. You know, made a motherfucker hungry and a motherfucker, man. So I got to go and hit this barbecue spot right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Shout out to Big J Triple X. Shout out to Beachy as well. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, adding something. What up, Peach? What up, Peaches? Shout out to you. Yeah, you just got off work. We're about to get up out of here, but we will be back first thing in the morning for Sunday Coffee and Chill. We preempted it last week, but we will be back for it this week. We got a bunch of different topics. We're going to be talking about the disrespect with the Just Pearly things and all of that shit going on with her and, you know what I'm saying, the Untouchable family, as well as Obsidian's interview or appearance over at No Captivity with Freezy. And we also have some other topics that we want to discuss. So tomorrow's likely going to be a long one. Shout out to the cynical one as well. Everybody that came through, we do appreciate it. But y'all don't be strangers. Y'all just make sure y'all hit the notification bell. I will be scheduling that stream within the next few hours. We will probably be up a little early in the AM, but y'all make sure y'all come through for it. It was definitely fun. Y'all have a good night.